So welcome to another year, another event. I know none of you have been to any of these events before, and this is a brand new program. Right. So there are very nice journal at each table, and if you need more, please let us know. We'll be happy to provide them for you. We put some out on each table. We didn't put one for each chair because then we got to pick them up later for those of you who don't take them. So we don't want them laying around. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is John Durso. I have the honor of being the president of the Long Island Federation of Labor. Don't be shy. Come on. That's it. Very good. All right, not a bad job. Good. And I have been asked by a number of people not to give a long speech. Nah, not going to happen. No, we have a video, and we have three absolutely wonderful honorees. But there is a couple of things that we need to do before we do anything else. One of the things that we need to do, and you will find on each of the table, is a petition. And yes, folks, this is the labor movement. We have a petition. Okay, and this petition is in support of the Long Island bus and the thousands upon thousands of people who will be affected if the Long Island bus is cut. So take a minute. If you don't have a pen, we have plenty of pens. If you don't know how to sign your name, make your X. But help us out. We're looking to collect 16,000 signatures. Okay? But you can only, just one each. It's not an election. But please, fill it out. It's for a very worthy cause. And we look forward. Michelle, did I do okay, Michelle? Where are you? Okay, it's all right? All right, I don't want to get yelled at from Michelle. We have been joined tonight by a number of our elected officials. I want to acknowledge each of them and thank them for being here. From Nassau County, our Controller, George Magros. Legislators, Dave Denenberg. Wait until the end and then give them all a round of applause, please. Legislator Wayne Wink. From town government, we have our supervisor of the town of Brookhaven, Mark Lesko. Councilwoman from Babylon, Jackie Gordon. Councilman Mark Cuppinson from Huntington. Councilman Tony Martinez, I believe is still here. There's Tony over there. A proud member of the Carpenters Union, one of us. Councilman Tony McEnroe was here from the Carpenters Union. We have Mark Grossman, the New York State Department of Labor, who's over there trying to have some dessert. Sorry, Mark. Thanks for being here. Charlie O'Shea, former Nassau County Assessor, former Assemblyman. Charlie, you here still? Okay, Charlie was with us. We're very happy to have him with us here today. We are joined by two of the most dynamic political leaders in this country. Rich Schaefer, the Suffolk County Democratic Chairman. Richie. And Jay Jacobs, our state chairman and the Nassau County chairman. Jay, thank you very much for being here. We were joined by Congressman Gary Ackerman, Congressman Tim Bishop. I understand we're going to be joined, and we are being joined by Congressman Steve Isreal. Okay? Senator Schumer, I lost Jerry's last name. Petrella, thank you very much. This is what I do, Teresa. I forget in the middle of sentences. All right, Jerry Petrella from Chuck Schumer's office was here. Oh, and let me not forget former Assemblyman Stuart Levine is here with us tonight. Stuart. And Steve Isreal is be here in just a few minutes, and we'll be happy to bring Steve up. He's got a couple of words he wants to speak to us about. But folks, by the way, is there any other elected official that I forgot? Anybody? Okay, nobody can say I didn't ask. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a really special night. We have 3 wonderful honorees. 3 people who have given so much of themselves to our community. But also, tonight, the labor movement is under attack like never before, and we cannot allow it to continue. We have to stand up. We have to stand together. The labor movement must be united. And tonight, let me say to all of you, we need to stand. We need to lock arms. We need to defend the people in Wisconsin. And we have to make sure that the working people of this state, of this county, of this country are not the scapegoat for what transpired at Wall Street.
Amen.
We are not the cause of the problem. We are the solution to the problem. The people in this room make this country work, and we together, working people will turn this country around. Ladies and gentlemen, look to your left and look to your right. Those are the people who are going to make it work. Nobody else but the people standing next to you. All righty then. All right, now we're all awake? All right, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, a very dear friend of ours, someone who has fought the good fight for the working men and women of this country, someone who has been recognized nationally as a leader, someone who speaks the language that we understand, a person who is going to lead the Democratic Party back to where it belongs, up on top, for taking care of Middle America. Steve Isreal represents all that's good in politics. Steve Isreal represents the hopes and dreams of the middle class of this country. One of his great interests is infrastructure, jobs, construction, putting America back to work. Steve Isreal is a leader in that field. And at every single turn, he remembers all of you, all of us, the working men and people of America. Ladies and gentlemen, our friend, Congressman Steve Isreal.
First of all, I wasn't going to come here tonight, but I heard John Durso all the way at Isreal MacArthur Airport when I landed. I could hear it. We got to put John on decaf, I'm thinking. Seriously, I have a confession to make. I wasn't going to be able to. I didn't think I'd be able to make it, as John knows. We drove him crazy because we had said I would be here, and then we said, John, not going to happen. We had votes that we thought would be over at noon today. They didn't get over. They didn't end until 3. And then Leader Pelosi grabbed me and said I wanted to meet with me before she headed to Texas. And so I met with her for an hour. And then I got a 5:15 out of Baltimore that didn't take off until 6:15. And I got to Isreal MacArthur Airport, and I got in my car, and I said to Jennifer, who picked me up, I said, you know what, I'm just too tired. I think I'm going to go home. They know I'm not coming. I think I'm going to go home. Then I thought of something. I thought about what our adversaries are doing to organized labor, to unions, to middle-class families. I thought about the assault that they are waging in Wisconsin, in Ohio, in Washington, D.C., and I figured the least I can do is show up here to say, thank you, labor. We are with you. We have your back. Unions were the most important and effective tool in the history of humankind to create and expand and sustain the middle class. And you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to tear it down. They're trying to tear it down. They're trying to tear it down in the name of debt and deficits. And I'm going to be out of here in 1 minute, but this is important. I want everybody to understand. You know, there's something called the big lie. You say stuff long enough, people begin to believe that it's true. So when they say in these places that they've got to take away, strip away collective bargaining rights because of debt and deficit, it is a lie. It is a lie. When Mitch Daniels, the governor of Indiana, you know who Mitch Daniels? The governor of Indiana has the audacity to say, that it's not that I'm against unions, I'm just against debt. Let me remind you about something. You know who the budget director was in the Bush administration who took a $5.6 trillion Clinton surplus and turned it into a debt? Mitch Daniels. It is the Daniels debt. It is the Daniels deficit. He is the father of this debt. He is the father of these deficits. And for him to say, I'm against debt, we've got to take away labor rights and collective bargaining because we've got to pay down this debt, that is the definition of what my faith calls chutzpah. What others call hypocrisy. Let me make one other point. I'll tell you something that happened in Washington this week. It really aggravates me, it should aggravate you. Our debt and our deficits are not sustainable. We've got to do something about it. It is immoral for us to ask our grandchildren to pay for our bills today. It is immoral for us to do that. And we've got to tighten our belts, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't think we should tighten them around the middle class. We've got to sacrifice. We've got to make cuts. I just think that the sacrifice and the cuts should be shared. So a few days ago, I'm in the Democratic leadership now, I offered an amendment on the floor of the House, John. And that amendment said, fair enough. You want to reduce debt? We agree with you. But why don't we do it differently? Instead of asking middle-class families to sacrifice their kids' education, let's ask the top 5 richest oil companies in America to sacrifice their tax subsidies. Quit clapping, because you know what? Every single Republican voted no. Every Republican on the floor of the House who preached about debts and deficit when it came time for shared sacrifice, to ask oil companies to give up a dime, said no, no, no. Protect the oil companies. Go after middle-class union workers. Go after people on the job. Go after the plumbers and the steam fitters and the electrical workers. Go after those guys. Don't go after the CEOs of ExxonMobil. And that's fundamentally wrong. And so I'm here to thank you for what you do. And I know that all of us who are sitting here tonight are standing with those union workers in Madison, Wisconsin, and in Ohio, and with those Democratic legislators who refuse to be part of this charade. And I want to thank John Durso, and I want to commend Bobby Shand, and I want to thank Teresa Rignacci and my brother, Steve Ballone, for joining in that fight. And I want us to remember when we leave here tonight that this fight around the country, it is about you, it is about your members. It is about our children, it is about the middle class. It is a fight we cannot afford to lose. It is a fight where we will not give in. It is a fight where we will not give up. It is a fight where we will not rest. It is a fight where we will not let them win. It is a fight that we will win for the middle class, which is why, instead of going home tonight, I'm here with you. Thank you all very much. God bless you. Thank you. Never let them win.